related to general e-commerce, and there were also some technological general knowledge type of questions. So a good place to prepare for this round would be from this website called stories.flipkart.com, experience at least. So you need to have one person who will be able to market your product, and teams up till round three. So all the teams that made it till round three were given a chance to sit for the off-campus hiring process that happened at Flipkart. This was conducted by a hiring manager. It was conducted by one of the senior people in Flipkart, and you were asked questions from you were asked questions from your resume. So what you did in college, what tech stack you're comfortable with, what projects you've done, and how you stand out from the crowd. And a lot of behavioral questions were asked, like
Hey everyone, in this video I have with me Sai Harsha. He is currently an SD at Flipkart and he has got an internship opportunity plus a full-time role at Flipkart through their amazing challenge known as Flipkart Grid. So in this video we have completely demystified Flipkart Grid, what were the certain number of rounds in Flipkart Grid, how you can ace those number of rounds, what are some of the important topics and how the type of questions that came in the very first round, that is the online test, and like how many students were screened from this particular test, and how you can ace further rounds of Flipkart Grid, what were some of the important tips or tricks, and how you were finally got a chance to interview at Flipkart. So we'll talk about everything, what were some of the important questions asked in the interview, what were some of the important points while the PPT round, while the proof of concept round. So do stay tuned with me and watch this video till the end to get a complete note of what Flipkart Grid is going to be for this year. I hope this experience will definitely help you to participate and to know more about this challenge. So do let me know in the feedback comment section if you have anything for me, and don't forget to subscribe this channel because I'll be bringing up a lot of people who have aced certain challenges and that can help you grab certain opportunities. And also you can check out my channel. I have various playlists that help you know more about different companies, how Flipkart hires. Like I have made a complete video, I'll give the link in the I button, from where you can know the complete hiring process of Flipkart and what is the work culture, work-life balance of Flipkart. So do check that video also. Apart from that, don't forget to subscribe and share it with your friends. I'll also try to provide some of the questions that came last year in the first round or something in the Telegram group. So if you haven't already joined the Telegram group, go ahead and join, and do let me know.
Thank you so much, Sai Harsha, for accepting the invitation and coming here. Hi everyone, today I have with me Sai Harsha. He has recently cracked an internship and a placement opportunity at Flipkart through their amazing challenge known as Flipkart Grid. So in this video, we're going to talk with him regarding the complete details about Flipkart Grid, what were some of the important topics that he was asked in this challenge, and what were the different stages, and how you can ace this challenge this year if you are thinking of participating in Flipkart Grid. But before starting with today's conversation, I would like to have a brief introduction of Sai Harsha from him.
Hi, Arsh. So thanks a lot for inviting me for this podcast. I'm Sai Harsha, and I'm a final year engineering undergrad at Amrita University, Coimbatore, and I'm a software development engineer at Flipkart. I recently joined. So a little bit about me. I've always been passionate about web development and computers in general. So that's what I've been doing in my college life, and I've also been exploring other areas as well, like penetration testing and a little bit of machine learning and such. But I've always found that my passion lies in web development and full stack. So in line with that, Flipkart is an amazing company for someone who has a liking towards design and development. So I'm glad that I aced this grid challenge to get into Flipkart. So I'll be sharing a little bit about the story in this podcast. So thanks, Harsh. Let's do this.
Great. So, like before moving to the actual process, like what are the different rounds of this challenge, I would like to know a bit about you, like your programming journey, or how has been your college life, how did you start, or what are some of the projects that you did, or like something that you would like to mention about your college journey and programming.
Yeah, sure. So when I entered college, I was like I didn't have much knowledge about computer science. So in my first year, I was just exploring basic programming, C++, Java, and like the basic programming languages. And it was in second year when I actually started getting into the core fields of computer science. So I explored a little bit of cybersecurity and penetration testing. I played around with a lot of Linux distributions, a little bit of Android custom ROMs, and so on. And I started web development in third year, and I developed the liking towards participating in hackathons and challenges. I got exposed to all these in my third year. So since hackathons you need a web developer, I took up that role, and I learned a lot about various tech stacks, React, Vue, and a little bit of backend also. So around the end of my third year, I started programming. Like started learning DSA. I know it's a little bit late, but it's never too late, guys. So even I started at the end of the third year, but I still managed to crack Flipkart Grid. So yeah, so that was a little bit of my journey. Fourth year went fully in preparing for placements, both on campus and off campus. And the end of my fourth year went in interning with Flipkart. So that's a little bit about my journey.
Great. So it seems super cool. Like you started from participating in hackathons, then you did some penetration testing, then you started with DSS O8, and finally is a very great company. That's really cool. Now moving upon to the actual process about Flipkart Grid that happened last year. So like how did you get to know about this opportunity? Like was it an on-campus or an off-campus opportunity?
So Flipkart Grid 2.0 was it was a hackathon, and it was an off-campus opportunity. So I had followed Dare to Compete. So there's this website called Dare to Compete, which has amazing postings on hackathons, programming challenges, and even hiring challenges. So I came to know about this because of a programming challenge that happened before. So I used to follow that website looking for any new challenges or opportunities. So that's how I came to know about Flipkart Grid. So it was through Dare to Compete, and it was an off-campus opportunity.
Great. So, like, is it a team event or is it an individual event? Or and I would like to know, like, you have also been a part of various hackathons. So, how should a person start making his team? For example, he's in his first year or second year. Like, should the team consist of all developers, or
Mhm.
it is a mix of developers and those who are good at presentation, or like, what kind of team a person should have while participating in a hackathon?
So yeah, so Flipkart Grid, it's a hackathon that is the problem statements are framed in such a way that there's a lot of real life value to it. So if you're forming a team for Flipkart Grid, it should, and for any hackathon in general, should make sure that it has a good balance. So by good balance, I mean there should be at least one person who has nice presentation skills. They should be able to sell your product. So selling it is the most important part. Even if you are not able to implement it fully, you need to be able to sell it. So that's one of the most important aspects that you need to consider. This has been my experience at least. So you need to have one person who will be able to market your product, and you should be able to have one person who's good at backend and one person who's good at front end, and the rest of the individuals in the team could be flexible. So it's good if you have a designer, but it depends on the team size also. If you have a team size of only three people, um, it can be one marketer, one front end developer, and one back end developer. But if you have more than three, then you can have a designer and you can have more developers also, someone who's good at cloud, etc. So Flipkart Grid last year it had a team size of three members. So at least my team was of three people. So we had one person who was good at machine learning, one person who was good at front end, and one person was good at back end. And one of the people were also like good at selling the product. So it was a good mix. So that's what you need to make sure you have in a team.
Great. So now we'll come on to the entire process, like what were the number of rounds and what were some of the important topics from the point of view of preparation, or like from the point
Mhm.
of view like how we can prepare for these rounds better. Like what were some of the topics that were more focused upon starting from the very first round. So I'd like to know more about the entire process from you itself.
Sure, Ash. So, yeah, starting the first round was an MCQ round. So it had 30 questions that were spanned around 30 to 35 minutes. So that round was entirely focused on the world of e-commerce and some of the stories related to Flipkart. So it had many questions that was related to Flipkart's marketing, and there were also stories related to general e-commerce, and there were also some technological general knowledge type of questions.
So if you're watching this video till now, don't forget to press the subscribe button. That will give me motivation to make more and more amazing content for you.
So a good place to prepare for this round would be from this website called stories.flipkart.com. The link will be shared. So the stories.flipkart.com is a portal where it's like a blog where Flipkart writes about various stories that they've come across, and it contains like a journey about Flipkart. So that would be a good place to prepare from. And an advice to people who are taking this round would be that please split the round. Make sure you it will be such that you can every team individual can take the quiz, but it's better if you work as a team. One person can take the quiz, and the other people can make sure they help the person who's taking up the quiz. So divide and conquer approach would be a good way. So that's my advice for the first round. Yeah, so for following that, a shortlist was announced, and the second round was a problem statement PPT submission. So that round was mainly focused on you need to select one problem statement from three, and you need to you have to select the problem statement that you're applying for, and you have to prepare a presentation about it. So it's like an ideathon round. You have to prepare a solid idea. So Flipkart provided us with the Flipkart provided us with a PPT, so it was like a template. So we just had to fill out the template. We had to give a solid approach to our idea and submit it. Following that, it was a third round. The third round was the proof of concept submission. So the proof of concept submission consisted of submitting the code, a demo video, and so on. And this was the most hectic round because you needed to make the proof of concept. That's the hardest part in hackathon. So that was followed by the finals, the grand finale. So the grand finale happened. I think 10 teams were selected for it. From a lot of teams, only 10 were shortlisted, and it was three teams per problem statement. So there were three problem statements last year under the software track. So around 9 to 10 teams were selected, and the finals happened. I think it happened around September. I'm not sure, but yeah. So this was a basic flow of the Flipkart Grid Hackathon.
Yeah. So you mentioned about the first round, like most of the questions were from stories.flipkart, or they're more related to e-commerce in general. So like this time also, like they have
Mhm.
mentioned a similar kind of thing, like questions will be based upon tech, e-commerce, or and some CS fundamentals. So wasn't did
Right.
CS fundamentals play an important role last year as well? Like questions were there from CS fundamentals,
Um,
if you remember.
yeah, well, it did, but yeah, actually, there were some questions from CS fundamentals, but it was like really like your general knowledge in tech. For example, if I remember correctly, we had a question about a Linux distro, and they asked us to identify the logo. So um, I think it was Debian. So they showed the logo of Debian and asked us to identify it, if I remember correctly. So CS fundamentals, as in we didn't have questions from data structures like hardcore data structures, but we had things like very basic computer science and some general knowledge related to tech. So those were the questions that were kind of that were
Got it.
asked last year, in addition to the e-commerce related questions.
Got it. So now coming upon to some of the important tips for the next rounds, like you have to present a presentation. So what are some of the important things while making a
Mhm.
presentation, or like there are certain section like people have to make an abstract, the tech stack used, or financials of the product. So like how can a person curate his presentation in a well formatted way so that it has higher chances of selection? Like some tips for that presentation round.
Sure. So one thing that you need to be careful and you need to put a lot of thought into is selecting the problem statement in the second round. So it's nice if you it's good practice if you could select a problem statement that aligns with the values of Flipkart. So if you select a problem statement that would be directly implementable as a proof of concept, or that has a lot of real world value, that would be great. So last year the problem statement that my team selected was fashion intelligence. So we had to curate data, and we had to create a model that would predict next month's fashion trends. So that has a lot of implementation, and a lot of we could implement it directly. So Myntra, Flipkart Fashion, and the possibilities are endless. So that's why we selected this problem statement. And my teammates who are good at machine learning, they also had a really good idea of how to implement it. So that's why we selected this problem statement. So once you select the problem statement, the next important thing would be the PPT. So since Flipkart already provided us with a template, it's better if you follow the template because they have some ideas in mind. So following the template, you just need to make sure that you need to have more visual data than textual data. So what I mean by that is visual data always represents something in a better way. And this way you can make sure that the judges who are looking at your presentations have a better overview of your project and what you want to convey. So you can include diagrams, you can include flow charts, and last year, since we made a model, we made sure that we included a basic architecture diagram of our neural network that we use. So that would be a very important thing if you're doing a machine learning based project. So that is one of the most important things I would say. Make sure you include more visual data than text, and make sure that you properly formulate your abstract, because that is the first thing the judges would read when they are going through your PPT. And the tech stack, you could use any tech stack that you're comfortable with, because from what I've learned, Flipkart doesn't concentrate a lot on the tech stack, because if one idea is implementable with one tech stack, it would be implementable with another tech stack. So the idea is what matters, and how you implement it matters. The tech stack doesn't matter. Use whatever tech stack you're comfortable with. So yeah, that's some tips that I would give for the second round.
So for the first round, I believe that they have made students from all batches eligible, like whether it is from 2024, 2025, 2022, or 2023. So that's why they have kept it a bit generalized, like the quiz would be basic tech and e-commerce rather than focusing more on CS fundamentals or this, because that would give a higher edge to people who are in their third year or who are in their final years, right? Maybe this can be the reason.
True.
Yeah. Next, coming upon to like you mentioned that you were in the top 10 grand finalists for Flipkart Grid. So like all the grand finalists were given a chance to interview at Flipkart, or there was some further shortlisting?
No, actually, my team unfortunately wasn't part of the grand finalists, but we made it till the third round. So how the shortlisting process happened last year was that um, all teams up till round three. So all the teams that made it till round three were given a chance to sit for the off-campus hiring process that happened at Flipkart. So all the teams that made it till the proof of concept submission round were given a chance. So every single team that made it till round three were given a chance, and it was equal. Like the hiring happened at the same time, and all the number of rounds were the same. So yeah, so that was how the shortlisting happened.
Okay, so like you mentioned that you were given a complete process, like how Flipkart hires off camp. What are the rounds after this? Like, what are the rounds in that hiring process? Like, and what were they mostly focused upon?
Yeah, the off-campus hiring happened a while after the grid hackathon got over. So the off-campus hiring was it was like any other company's hiring process, but it focused a little bit more about data structures and algorithms. So the first round was an online test. It was an online assessment. So we had around three questions that focused on dynamic programming, strings, and also graphs. So the online assessment was medium to hard levelish. I wouldn't say it was really hard, but you had to had a firm grasp of data structures in order to do well on the online assessment. So following that was the first technical interview. The first technical interview consisted of a whiteboard style coding round where you'll be given questions that was oriented towards data structures and algorithms, and you had to walk the interviewer through the process of how you arrived at the solution. So we had around 2 to 3 questions. It depended on how well you use your time. So you were asked around 2 to 3 questions on data structures, and again the questions were oriented towards graphs and DP, dynamic programming. So this was followed by the second technical interview, which was a similar whiteboard interview kind of round. I was asked only 2 questions in this round, and the questions were oriented towards graphs and greedy algorithms. So this was also a similar kind of round. This was followed by something called as a hiring manager interview, a hiring manager round, where this round was like really important because this was conducted by a hiring manager. It was conducted by one of the senior people in Flipkart, and you were asked questions from your resume. So what you did in college, what tech stack you're comfortable with, what projects you've done, and how you stand out from the crowd. And a lot of behavioral questions were asked, like how you would handle certain situations and so on. So the hiring manager round was purely based on what you did in college and your resume and how good your communication skills are. So that was an overview about the hiring process. So there were 4 rounds, following which we got an email from Flipkart saying that we were selected for the role of an intern plus SD. So that was how it happened. That was an overview of the entire process.
Great. That's super amazing, and I hope this interaction would help a lot of people who are listening, will be sitting up for Flipkart Grid this year. At the end, like concluding our conversation, I would have a final piece of advice from your end to someone who is aiming at cracking this challenge this year.
Yeah, definitely. So from what I observed this year and last year, the Flipkart Grid 2.0 hackathon has been a huge success, and Flipkart would definitely be hiring again this year from participants who took part in Grid. So one advice that I would have is that I felt that the hardest round to crack was the PPT round and the quiz, because the quiz was really intense. Even though it was like only general tech stuff, it was really intense, and a lot of shortlisting happened from this round, from what I observed. So focus on the quiz. Please make sure you prepare for the quiz, because last year we went a little unprepared, but we were able to pull through it somehow. But this year, one big change that Grid has is that last year only around 100 colleges were eligible to apply. Students from 100 colleges across India were eligible to apply, but this year it's open to all colleges. So the competition will definitely be higher, but don't be disheartened by that, because there's requirement also. So since we are all working from home, and a lot more features and lot more innovations are happening, I'm sure Flipkart will be hiring a lot of people. So even though the competition is high, you can still make it through if you play your cards right. So focus on the quiz, make a great PPT, and even the proof of concept. Even though it takes time and the problem statements are challenging, you'll have a lot of time to implement it. So and you learn a lot. That's the most important thing that happened in Grid, more than getting a PPO or an internship. I learned a lot from Grid. So since the problem statements were really challenging, we had to come out of our comfort zone, and we had to work on the proof of concept. So that's the most important thing. Whatever happens, like even though you made it only till round 2 or round 3, doesn't matter, because you learn a lot. So the learning curve is the most important thing that you'll take away from this hackathon. So that's kind of the advice that I have for people who are looking to participate in Grid this year.
Thank you so much, Sai, once again for coming here and sharing your experience. It was a great pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, likewise. It's been a great experience talking about my experience, my journey in Grid and how I got the role as an SD in Flipkart. And it's been a great experience talking to you.
So that's fine. I'll check it out.
Thank you so much once again for being so patient and watching this video till the end. I hope this video gave you some really cool insights. Now let me know in the comment section if this was really helpful and what kind of things you are looking forward to. Thank you so much once again, and I'll try to provide some of the questions for the round 1 in the Telegram group that I have made. So don't forget to join the Telegram group. If I get those questions, I'll definitely help you with those questions in the Telegram group. So thank you so much. All the best. Good luck. Bye-bye.